I won't lose any of my dragons to any of you. I end my turn. Me and my Ice Barrier Dragon share an unbreakable bond. One that you won't be able to take. We'll see about that. I draw. I activate my own. I said one card face down and said one monster. You do realize you just triggered my field spell, right? Freeze it over. You said Silver Rocket Dragon. Too bad its attack points have been put on ice. Then, with my field spell's effect, I summon Rocket Tracer. You didn't say I couldn't tribute my monster for a synchro summon, did you? Well, no, unless... Oh no, not that! I tune level 4. I tune my level 4... I tune my level 4 Rocket Tracer with my level 4... With level 4 of my frozen level 4 Silver Rocket Dragon. I synchro summon. Level 8 Borreload Savage Dragon. Where do you go? I know that dragon, because I have it. Hey, wait a minute. I thought Konami banned that dragon. Wait a minute. I thought that thing's banned in the TCG. I thought Konami banned Savage Dragon, didn't they? Or was it a different monster I thought Konami banned? Not in here, that means I haven't probably added it to my... This is probably still in the card bucket. Excellent move, Master Varus. You have Ian right where you want him. Spectre! Greetings, Ian Lamont. I presume you are the one Master Varus said he was going to duel. Your dueling skills are acceptable, but my master can easily finish you. Spectre's right. I activate my Borreload Savage Dragon's ability. It gains 1 Borreload I equip my Borreload Dragon to it, and it gains 4 Borreload counters. For now, I set 2 cards face down and end my turn. He's probably going to wait. My turn. And would my knight be frozen if I switched it to defense? It wouldn't. You have to set a monster in defense for it to be frozen. I switch my knight into defense. And then I summon Red Knight. And its effect summons my Black Knight to provide me some more defense. I set 2 cards face down and end my turn. My turn. And me and Playmaker both will activate this Mirror Force Launcher. What's that thing? A trap that sets Mirror Force right from the deck. Hold on a minute. Mirror Force is at limited 1, isn't it? You can only use that effect. You can only have 1 limited card. So it's either Mirror Force or Monster Reborn. Playmaker has Monster Reborn. I have Mirror Force. And also, I activate my other trap. Magical Cylinders. Oh, great. Then I set Magic Cylinder also face down. Should have banished one of his face downs. Now we have a Magic Cylinder and a Mirror Force to deal with. I set 2 cards face down and end my turn. He didn't summon anything.
Gotta go back out and change the water.
Okay. My turn. I draw! Borrowed Savage Dragon's a problem. Its special ability negates 1 monster effect by removing a Borrow counter. So maybe I need to put that effect on ice. I activate Ice Barrier Tundra's second effect. By removing 1 dragon counter, I can negate 1 of your monster's effects for this entire turn. That means Borrowed Savage Dragon's effect is negated. Which leaves me free to now summon Hexa. And when Hexia is summoned, its effect activates, allowing me to send Cryomancer to the graveyard to change its level. Hexa, Trishula, tune once more, and together help me open the gates to the Blizzard North. I synchro summon. Appear level 11. Trishula, 0 Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Trishula, attack Playmaker directly. Blizzard Breath. I activate Mirror Force, so your Trishula can be gone. But you triggered 0 Dragon's special ability. Once it's sent to the graveyard, I can revive my Trishula from my graveyard. And she's none too happy. But she'll be happy once I do this. So by sending Ice Barrier Synchro Amulet to my graveyard, I'm allowed to equip Ice Barrier Synchro Amulet onto... I'm allowed to equip Trishula, 0 Dragon of the Ice Barrier, onto my Trishula. And last I checked, we're still in battle. Trishula, finish off where your evolved form left off. Go, freezing, go, 3-headed blizzard! I activate my other trap, Magic Cylinder. Are you sure you wanted to do that? Now you're taking 3,000 points of damage. Actually, I won't. What do you mean by you won't? When a monster equipped from Ice Barrier Synchro Amulet would be targeted or when a monster's attack that has a monster that was equipped by Synchro Amulet is targeted for that effect, that effect, let's just say that trap that targets it gets frozen over. So there's nothing you can do to stop it. You should have targeted my dragons. Now you'll pay the price. You're almost there. We just need one more attack and we win. Yep. What happened? You awakened Ian's rage. His rage? What do you mean? You see, Ian loves his dragons. They're like family to him. Every dragon I use feels like family. I have a special bond with all of my dragons. This bond goes back to when I was lost in the frozen tundra. I was all alone. Basically, my chopper crash landed in the middle of the frozen Arctic. I was all alone. The only thing I had at the time was my Crimson King structure deck. Through that night, Starlight and Red Supernova kept me heated through the night. That's when Pegasus found me. Get Ian Boy on board, quickly! He's showing a pulse, sir. His heart's not all frozen over yet. When I came to, I was at Duelist Kingdom. Pegasus said he found me in the Arctic. I was kept alive by my dual spirits. If it wasn't for Starlight and Red Supernova, if it wasn't for Red Rising, Starlight, and Red Supernova and King Calamity, I would have been a frozen Ian Popsicle in a frozen Arctic. Pegasus then showed me to a room. There were a set of cards frozen in a block of solid ice. When I went near them, they glowed a bright sapphire blue. Right after I used my knowledge of archaeology to unfreeze them, the ice barrier cards chose me. But that doesn't explain the dragons. I'm getting to that. The reason why I was in the Arctic, the only reason why I was in the Arctic was because I heard rumors about the legendary ice barrier dragons being frozen there. And what do you know? I was right. Once I warmed back up, I returned to the Arctic and found them bedded in the ice. I held Revealer up to the dragons. As she glowed, so did the mirror in her hand. As the mirror shattered the ice that kept the dragons locked away. The dragons were freed from their icy prison, as they swore allegiance to me. So wait, you're saying that the bond I share with my dragons, it was destiny. Nice story and all, but that doesn't explain why they're your family. They're my second family. I was alone at the time. In the Arctic. I was on a recon mission. The only thing I had was my cards. I was blasted out of the air. My cards were embedded in the snow, but I managed to get them all out. Right after we found a cave, I started thawing out my REA. She was frozen. Her dual spirit was frozen in a block of ice. It was like she hit something underneath that breathed ice on her. That's when I knew it. The dragons were below us. So I brought my excavation team to the Arctic. So I brought my lab excavation crew to the Arctic. And what do you know? We found the dragons. They were buried under the Arctic surface. Where we hoped they would remain for many years. Until you found them and made our work pointless. You should be happy those dragons were freed. They haven't done anything bad yet. Those dragons are dangerous in the wrong hands. Well, I'm the right hands. Your hands are the wrong ones, Revealer. Might I remind you what you did with them over your time of being Revealer? You made a deal with the evil swarm, the ill swarm monsters, which ended with them being turned into evil swarm hybrids. So you're happy, you should be proud that I reformed them back to their former glories.